NOAA's law went into effect in the state of Maryland on October 1st. And here in the county, local and state officials unveiled the NOAA's law stamp that will be affixed to ignition interlock devices in vehicles of drunk driving offenders. Officer Noah Liotta's photograph will be the stamp on ignition interlock devices in Maryland.
With the enactment of this law, we will have one of the strongest ignition interlock programs in the nation. It is very fitting that a picture of Noah is being added to the ignition interlock devices. Police are the guardians of our welfare, and Noah will always be remembered as one of our finest.
Montgomery County Police Officer Noah Liotta was killed by a drunk driver while on DUI patrol last December. His death led to passage of legislation to require ignition interlocks for all drunk driving offenders.
Under Noah's law, any motor vehicle operator whose blood alcohol on a breath test is .08 or higher would be required to install an ignition interlock device on their car for 6 months. If a driver refuses to take an alcohol breath test, they would either have to install the interlock for 9 months or their license will be suspended. Noah's law also requires the breath testing ignition devices for anyone convicted of driving while intoxicated.
Maryland State Senator Jamie Raskin and State Delegate Ben Kramer had introduced similar legislation 7 years ago, but it never passed until tragedy hit the Liotta family and they became advocates in Annapolis. Both legislators sponsored the bill again this year.
The absolute turning point was the involvement of the Liotta family. It took the terrible tragedy of the loss of their son, but they decided that this was what they wanted to throw everything behind, because had there been an ignition interlock device on the car of the guy who killed their son, who'd been drinking for 4.5 hours at a Hooters restaurant, he would have gotten in and the car wouldn't have started.
The sticker will serve as a lasting tribute to Officer Liotta. For the law enforcement community, Noah is still on patrol.